The Motivation Manifesto by Brendon Burchard. Or is it Burchard? Hello, it's Auret here from Essetinomedia, helping you create profitable content. And it's been a while since I did a book review on this channel. This is a very interesting one if you're someone who likes to read personal development style books. But I would say it's not for everyone. So in this video, we're going to talk about what is this even about? Who is it for? So it'll hopefully help you make a decision on whether to get it. Let's get started. All right, let's start with what is this book about? So you may have already read the description on Amazon where it tells you that this is about freedom. This book is about claiming your personal freedom. And not just personal freedom, financial freedom, time freedom, emotional freedom, spiritual freedom. And the way that this book is structured is through 9 declarations to claim your personal power. In the book, Brendon talks about 2 main enemies that stand in the way of you claiming your personal power and your freedom. And that is number 1, external sources, your external environment, as well as number 2, the self-oppressive ways that we put on ourselves, like fear and doubt. So it's external as well as internal. So he goes into a lot of detail about each of these things: fear, doubt, independence, really talking about moving away from mediocrity. And in simple terms, what this book is about is it just raises your levels to a higher standard. It teaches you how to be a better human for yourself as well as for others, so that you could fully reach your potential. Now, this isn't a typical personal development book that walks you through step-by-step activities, what to do, and how to necessarily apply this material. So if you are expecting a step-by-step formula to success, or an easy read for that matter, this book is gonna disappoint you. However, if you appreciate poetic language and that revolutionary kind of language, as if you were sitting listening to a Martin Luther King Jr. speech, a lot of we's, a lot of declarations. Like, for example, we must ask, does the world have a sense of who I am? Do my family and friends know who I am and what I truly desire from life? Or something like this: let us not continue making this mistake of being so absent from our day, from this moment. We do not need to feel ashamed that we have been absent. We must not be bitter to those who have been absent from us. So it's very collective type language. And in fact, I was reading a blog post from Brendon, and he said he spent 18 months before writing this book just studying revolutionist rhetoric and language to prepare for writing this book and to really get the voice down for the book. So if that's something you appreciate and you need a book to spark a flame in you, to inspire something greater in you, to help remind you perhaps of the gifts that you already have so that you could better use them in your life, then this book will speak to you. But at the same time, if that's not your thing, because I know a lot of other people also appreciate more simple language and get straight to the point type thing. I could even see some people be almost offended by the language because he's speaking in the we form and making these statements. It almost seems like certain blanket statements about humanity and humanity's mediocrity and how we can overcome that. I personally did not get offended by all this. I love the poetic language. I think it's super different from anything else that I've read in terms of a personal development book. And I picked this up because I'm a big fan of Brendon's. I read his High Performance Habits book. And by the way, I have that review as well on our YouTube channel. I'll put a link down to the description below. But that's what started this whole journey for me. And High Performance Habits really changed the way I think, I work productivity-wise, as well as asking better questions to myself. So this is kind of, it's not about productivity or anything, but if there was one sort of practical element to this book, it's in the questions that he asks. So for every section, for every declaration, he asks you certain questions that he tells you to journal on. So if you do take those action steps, you could learn a lot. You could actually gain a lot of insight from doing just that alone. So that's my review of the Motivation Manifesto. I loved it. I hope this video has been helpful in helping you determine whether it will be a good read for you. I'll put the link to this book as well as my other review of Brendon's book in the description below. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.